Hi guys, I'm back again with some more photos. This time around, did some nice shots of the moon, and I wanted to kind of share those with you. I think these are probably better than the ones I've had before. At least the clarity is really astonishing. It was a really good night, and did get some. This was March 23rd, 2018. And as you see on the screen, I've got the moon up. It was about half the moon, so it looked pretty good. And we'll do a little zoom in on it. The clarity was very decent. It was early in the evening, so we still had quite a bit of blue background in the sky. I'm not going to try to get rid of that. I think I'll just leave it in there. It looks kind of soothing and nice. But if we zoom in on the photo a little bit, you probably notice that the clarity is fairly decent, and you can see the smaller craters in the mares here, which is quite interesting. We'll zoom in a little bit more, and this is what's kind of the telltale thing for me is, when you zoom in a whole bunch and you can see the detail and the tiny little craters. And by the way, those tiny little craters are still 2 or 3 miles across, just so you're aware of it. So it's pretty decent as far as seeing the detail. And this is what I've been after all along. And of course, I'm still shooting for better. But to see the little craters in the mares here is fantastic. I think these are some of the better photos that I've ever taken. And again, through the telescope, it only being 130 millimeter Celestron Astro FI, it's doing pretty good. I am using a Barlow 2x lens on there, and it did a very, very good job. The amount of detail that one sees in these photos is just fantastic, especially this one. This is I think one of the best ones that I've ever had. When you can see the actual mountain inside the crater, and the crater walls, it gets pretty interesting. And the amount of mountains and so on. Just fantastic stuff for me anyway. I can probably even zoom in a little bit more on there, and you can see that detail. Don't want to go too much more, but we'll try a little bit more here and see if it'll bring up a little bit. It starts to degrade once you get too close in. But if we stay back a little bit, like right about there, it's still quite a reasonable picture, and you can see, like I say, a lot of the smaller craters. This is just, for me, it's fantastic, to be able to see that, some of the detail that's actually where I'm moving the mouse here. This is stuff I've never seen before, and the tiny little craters. Like I say, these are still 1 or 2 miles wide, or even, the small one here might be 500-600 feet, 1,000 feet. So the perception of it being real close, yes, we're closer than normal, but it's still quite a ways away, and these things are still massive in comparison to what we're seeing or trying to visualize. Even some of the mountain ranges on the edge here look pretty decent. A little bit out of focus on the top side on this particular one. And of course, that's atmospheric conditions that vary the quality of your photo. So we had fairly stable air, and it looked not bad. Like I say, you can see quite a few little craters in there. Too many to count for me. So let's have a look at another photo. Actually, I'm going to zoom it back out a little bit first. Somewhere there. That way we don't get too much. This is a different photo, slightly different lighting. or light level. And again, if we zoom in, whoop, too far. We can still see quite a bit of the detail. This one's a little bit more fuzzy, and again, atmospheric conditions cause that. So it's kind of the way it goes. We're kind of stuck with the atmosphere, unfortunately, and we do need it to be able to breathe. So here's a different shot, and again, if I zoom it back out, for me though, the clarity is pretty awesome. Looking at the amount of detail that's actually visible in these shots. And let's pop into another one here. And if they look similar, it's because it's all the same moon and taking the shots of the same areas. So if we zoom in a little bit more, and again, it's a fair amount of detail and fair clarity. Probably not the best I can get, but at least well on the way to getting better. So I'm happy with these pictures. Especially for this set from the 23rd of March. It was good viewing. Let's see what else we got here. This one, I should zoom that out so we can see it a little better. Again, this one, a little bit different angle. But again, you can see, a fair amount of detail in it. And that's what counts. Again, this was a little bit more fuzzy than the other ones. And, it's just the way it is. You're stuck with the atmosphere. And this one was a pretty awesome shot, too. When we're looking at the detail, you can see the crater within the crater, that kind of thing, crater walls and the shadows, pretty decent. Anyway, just thought I'd share those pictures with you, and I hope that you like them. And if there's any comments, by all means, throw them in down below. And we'll leave it at that. Till next time, guys, clear skies and all the best. Thanks for watching. And throwing in a quick shout out for Live AZ Skies 360 Panoramic for Gary and the friends. They're all very friendly people. Description down below. Have a look. Beautiful sunsets, some excellent moon shots, and interesting subject matter. Take care.